Kalyani Rama. Kalyani Rama is a Bangladesh-born writer. She has 7 published books in Bengali. She is a software engineer by profession and works in Madison, Wisconsin, USA. Kalyani loves listening to people, animals, and trees. 1971, I cannot forget. Millions of babies watching the skies. Bellies swollen with big round eyes. On Diaspora Road, long bamboo huts. No place to shit but sand channel ruts. Millions of souls, 1971. Homeless on Diaspora Road under grey sun. Millions of babies in pain. Millions of mothers in rain. Millions of brothers in woe. Millions of children nowhere to go. September on Diaspora Road. November 14th to 16th, 1971. Allen Ginsberg wrote this poem after visiting the refugee camps of the 1971 Bangladesh Liberation War. We are on the road. My mom is in a sari, and my dad is in lungi. All of us are wearing just one piece of cloth. My mom has her wedding jewelry tied in the waist of her petticoat. Such beautiful ornaments. Such dazzling ornaments. My grandfather bought gold bars to make wedding jewelry for his firstborn. I am riding on my dad's shoulders, my feet are dangling. My little sister is in my mom's arms. We are leaving. We are refugees. We do not have a home. We do not want to die. Pakistani armies are chasing us. Some villagers give us shelter. We do not know them. The love of unknown people keeps us alive. My mom wants to keep my baby sister alive too. She keeps on mixing water with powdered milk and feeding that to her. My sister is looking like a Biafra baby, big eyes, big head, rickety legs and arms like sticks. Still, we have a long way to go. Villagers have scattered thorny canes on their fields. What else could they do? Millions of people are trampling paddy fields, trampling death. They are escaping to the neighboring West Bengal. We spent days, we spent nights in unknown houses in my country, in unknown houses in the neighboring country. At last we reached Malbazar of Jalpaiguri, India, my mom's aunt's place. She was my grandfather's only sister, his beloved little sister. She hugged all 4 of us. With her stood her daughters Sadhana, Kalyani, Babani, Shibani, her son Shankar, and her husband. They kept on thinking about what all they could do for us. We spent 5 months in their house. We left our country. We just ran for our life. We were refugees. We could not bring anything along. We had no money. My grandfather's sister's family took care of us. How can we ever repay these people? They are the people who kept us alive. They are the people who gave us shelter. They are the people who gave us food, gave us clothes. There was always space for us, in their home and in their hearts. I am remembering the Pakistan Air Force jets of the war. I am remembering the bombers of the war. I am remembering the helicopters of the war. Till now the sky was always a magical place for me, clouds, birds, stars, rainbow, thunder, and flying seed pods of dandelions, but now I am remembering death. I am remembering how I fled from Dhaka. I am remembering blackouts and dark nights. At the same time, I am remembering a funeral ceremony. Somebody died in Babani aunt's neighbor's house. There was a big funeral feast. I thought it was a festivity. Well, when war scars a 4-year-old, any food is a festivity. It really did not matter why we feasted, even if it was for the dead. We sat down on the floor in long rows. We were eating on banana leaves. It was a big meal. They gave us rasagolas as dessert. In the end they gave us sweet yogurt too. My little sister Shyama is such a slow eater. She cannot finish anything. My mom is hurrying her. Eat. Eat. Eat the fish. An elderly woman tells my mom, come on. She is just a little girl. Let her eat the amount she is able to eat. My mom's fair face becomes all red from the insult. Whenever I think of this story from 1971, I think as if my mom is Sarbajaya. I think she is that mother from Song of the Road. Sarbajaya means the conqueror of all. Sarbajaya is the undefeated. The 1971 Bangladesh genocide was one of the deadliest and most concentrated acts of genocide in the 20th century. 400,000 Bangladeshi women were raped, 3 million people were killed, 10 million people became refugees, 30 million civilians became internally displaced in the 1971 Bangladesh genocide, and a planned killing of intellectuals took place at the dawn of independence, a killing which was one of the most brutal massacres in history. When Pakistan was losing the war in Bangladesh, which was then known as East Pakistan, and the war was nearing its end, the Pakistani army, with the help of the locally recruited militias, al-Badr, Zakir al-Shams, started systematically killing the people of Bangladesh. Doctors, engineers, lawyers, professors, journalists, novelists, artists, songwriters, playwrights, writers, and poets, the eminent intellectuals of Bangladesh were killed so that even if Bangladesh became a new country, it would never be able to stand on its own feet. Many dead bodies were not found. Many were found blindfolded, hands tied, tortured and killed in open fields and water pumps, and in brick mortars. Headless bodies were found floating in ponds and rivers. Many were buried alive in trenches in the 1971 genocide. My mom and I, 1967. We found my dad's dead body. He had been a chemical engineer and a professor in Bangladesh University of Engineering and Technology (BUET). My mom was 27. I was 4. My sister was 1.5. My mother has never remarried. She has finished her PhD from England after my dad's murder, and raised us all by herself, alone, a Bangladeshi woman. Shyama is currently working as an engineering manager in Intel, Portland, Oregon, and she designs VLSI chips. Sarbajaya is the mother character from one of the greatest filmmakers of all time, Oscar winner Satyajit Roy's 1955 directorial debut film Apather Panchali, Song of the Road. The film is based on the novel written by the famous Bengali author Bibhuti Bhushan Bandyopadhyay in 1929. Translated by the author.